Hey there, Heather. Hello there, Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to yet another, yes, that's him, another ASG Golf video. We're doing the 2025 40s and 60s tour. Our 12th and final winner to join luminaries such as Clayton Hefner, Dave Reagan, Dutch Harrison, Antonio Cerda, Earl Stewart, Tommy Bolt, Gary Player, Arnold Palmer, Ben Hogan, Rick Massengale, and Al Baldwin, Canadian, to win a tournament in this tour and go straight to Augusta for the year-end tournament, which starts on January 1st, 2026. That's just how it is. It's the first Thursday. The fact of the matter is that, you get in like every other tour. There's 4 tours, of course, 12 golfers, so 48 automatic spots. And every group has 6 wild cards through a wildcard tournament. So right now, we know those 11 guys. We know one of these guys, Fred Daly or Bobby Locke, will join. But he who loses will also join people like Ted Kroll, Fred Hawkins, Herman Kaiser, Bob Tosky, Jim Clark, Rebecca DiVincenzo, Lord Byron Nelson, Tony Lima, and Lloyd Mangrum in the wildcard tournament and all that. So we would have 10 guys in the wildcard tournament for 5 spots. But then you'd be thinking, hang on, didn't Jeff say 6? I did say 6. But there is a situation. Now, here's the rule. If you're a previous champion, which is Jason Day, Vic Gessie, or Anthony Kim of the year-end tournament, you get some perks. Well, Jason Day won a tournament in his tour, so he gets to go to Augusta, obviously. Now, if you take second place, you don't win first place, but you take a second place like Vic Gessie does or did. You get one of the wild card spots for Augusta. So that means that this tour 4060s will only have 5. And if you're like Anthony Kim, as of right now, remember his tour comes up next week, and you don't have a top 2 finish, you do get a spot in the wild card tournament. You don't get a wild card spot. You just get a wild card spot in the wild card tournament. So now you'll be asking, how did these 2 men get here? Well, let's talk. Okay, Fred Daly, the pride of Northern Ireland, who was one of the best Northern Irish golfers before Rory came on Monday against Brian Huggett of Wales. Brian didn't hug it out. He won. Daly won easily. On Tuesday against Bob Charles, New Zealand, the first left-hander to win a major. That was the 63 British Open. Fred Daly had some tough times against Bob Charles, but he did win in the end. And then he took on Christy O'Connor, another non-American, and it was 2-2 for holes, and then he won 3 more holes. On Thursday, he faced his first American, which was Ted Kroll, who was trying to go from a second to a first, but Daly and Kroll had a back and forth like no other. Friday against Jay Habert in the quarterfinals, it was tight up to the 10th hole, but then Daly roared. And then yesterday against Peter Thompson, the first ever ASG tournament winner, not year-end tournament, but of a tournament, he nearly shut out Thompson. Thompson went on 13, but he just couldn't win any other hole. So Fred Daly's in the final. He's looking for his first ASG tournament win and all that. Bobby Locke, how did he get here? Well, if I can find him. There he is. On Monday against Gardner Dickinson Jr., it was a tough battle. Locke won on 16. They tied 17 and 18, went to the playoff. Locke won. And then on Tuesday against Dave Marr, he was actually down by 2 with 6 to go, but won 5 straight holes. So whammo bammo. Wednesday against Freddie Haas, it looked pretty good. Haas did have a little bit, but Bobby Locke had it. On Thursday against Bob Goldby, it's a tight battle, but he won 17-18. And then on Friday against Mike Fatchek, or Fatchek, if you will, only 2 holes in the first 12 were won, and then it was a battle. And then Doug Sanders trying to take down Bobby Locke, but couldn't. So yeah, Bobby Locke shut out Doug Sanders. Make sure we're playing. So we are playing Daly versus Locke. Here we go. Who will get the trip to Augusta? Fred Daly. Well, we start at Royal Melbourne. Daly to the left-hand side. There is a hole in Northern Ireland. South Africa doesn't get any holes, unfortunately. Bobby Lock. So we're going to have a series between Northern Ireland and South Africa. Lock up and over. Of course, when you think South Africa, you think Charles Schwartzel or even Trevor Immelman in the 2010s, Northern Ireland. It would be, of course, Rory McIlroy. Daly, second. Good shot. Up and the green's going to reject it. It's like, bleh. Bobby Lock up and doesn't reject that one. Daly's going to have to try a pitch shot. Good pitch shot. Okay. For the hole, 13 feet. Too much. Daly for bogey. He misses, and so it should be easy. Lock to get him. But you got it. On to 2 at Muirfield. Watch out for the water. It's going to be safe because the crowd basically is what they call spoiler. Fred Daly, going inside, over the water. Now up over the riverbank. Yes, sir. Daly gets it. He's within 4 yards, about 12 feet. Block. Close. He's 2 yards away for birdie. With that, takes the shot. And he can't put it in. So Fred Daly ties it up. And unlike Saturday's semifinals, we actually have both guys winning a hole, technically. What a shot by Fred Daly. Why aren't you clapping? That's a drive. That's on the fairway. 369. Bobby Luck. Wide right. Top angle. Yes, I understand. I've been charged. I always do that. Fred Daly. Up and over. Well, kind of been closer. I mean, he was very good. Lock for birdie. Too much. Daly for the hole. Oh, he couldn't finish it off. Lock the par. He couldn't make a shot. So Daly will win with the par. Daly up at 1, headed to number 4, Curry Lawn. Over the water. Yes. Threw it back. Can't really get past the hole. He would have been like within 6 or 7 feet. Lock. Over everything. Okay. So yeah, I drew back 32 feet for birdie. Too much. Lock for the hole. Put it down. Undefined Valley. It's 2-2 from here. Daly. Nice job, too. Second shot over everything. He's down the pike to what can you do? Lock. Trying to keep back into the fairway, but he can't. Lock over everything. Oh boy, let's go come back. It rejected it. Daly gets me. He's within putting distance. For the hole. Go nuts. We would have been up by 1. On to Belfry for 6. First tied hole. One first flat, 191 at Daly. Down the middle is 1, 91, 2 Luck. Over everything. Yeah. I know. You're looking at the Belfry Roller Post in January and be put in the rotation for Boyd. Daly to half. Well, he's not going to let Luck take the lead. On the 7, that famous first-time bunker on the left. Oh, he skirted it. Boy. Fred Daly. Well, he doesn't hit. Kind of left, but he didn't have any problems. Up close to the pin. Yeah, he's got it. Lock. Same distance, I believe. For par. Too much. Daly for the hole. For that. Daly's back at 8. 8 at Shadow Creek. I don't know where Shadow Creek is, technically. Nice job by Buddy Rock to get on the green. You gotta shoot.
All right.
Oh, he was close, though. Bobby Lock.
All right.
Yeah, shoot for the moon. He's going to be first to go. And there's that. Daly. Out. 72 feet for par. Yeah. If it was for bogey, you can't go for the hole. Off by 5. And no tie. Take a look. 29. Turn, buddy. Daly. Nice shot to the right center. And further to the luck. Also to the right center side of the fairway. Lock. Second shot. Over everything. Low. That's very nice. The wind is blowing to the right hand side. Daly. Turn. Crap. Same crap. Up and over. Daly. Okay. For par. Daly to half. Got it. And Fred Daly has a 1-up lead, 3-9. 3 holes for him, 2, 3, 7. Block 1 and 4, and 4 ties. 1 to 10. Scoring doesn't really matter. You have to do enough strokes in your opponent. Daly tried to hit the fairway and missed. And so did Bobby Locke. Up and over. Fred Daly. He's going to cut for birdie. Too much. Locke's going to chip up and come close. He's going to dare Daly to make a shot. But he can't. On to 11. A belly button. He's on the second fairway thing. Good. For Daly. No. Daly. Second shot. Right into the dip. Bobby Locke. And the green. 8 yards. 24 feet. Curl up, spin. Right near the hole. That's going to force Locke to make his shot. He's out by 4. And we'll be tied. We shall be tied. You're tied. Bobby Locke. Up and over. Fred Daly. Oof. Fred Daly out of the bunker at Bethpage. Nice job. Bobby Locke. Ooh, the other 72. That would be nice. For par. Yeah. Okay. On the 15, I would guess that this is one of the holes where they will be playing in. Bobby Locke went wide right, but the angle actually works out quite well to get to the hole. Locke. Is he going to hit the water? He will. Red, but oh, he's screwed. Daly actually has a kind of an unplayable lie. That might help. Daly over everything? You did. Well, that's kind of the shot. Hit shot. Daly 65 feet. What do you do? You're lagging it. I would lag. Lock the par, thinking Locke's not going to make his putt. And he missed his putt. That would have given Daly the lead. 1 to 14 at Pacific Green. Shouldn't really say that, but I did. Left-hand side. Bobby Locke. Up and over. Whoa, he almost went out of bounds. Gotta be careful. Well, or Daly wasn't. The wind was pushing to the left. Locke has, I think, 2 putts. And he gets both, and now he's got the lead headed to 15 at Riviera. Get over everything. Bobby Locke would like to win his second tournament of his career. Fred Daly would win his first. And remember, whoever uses this is actually, it's not, you shouldn't be ashamed because you'll get to the wild card and you still have a shot. You have a 50-50 chance. Early off the green. Walk. And, oh man, that roll almost got it for Bert. Nope. Lock to take a 2-up lead. Ooh, back. Bobby Lock to the start, trying to lock it down. Part of the cut. Yep, Bobby Lock. On the 16. That famous hole. Rock, he made it. He made it past the rocks. Daly needs to be the same thing. My goodness gracious, 6 alive. The roll worked, and he's within a few feet. Lock will really, he might as well putt. And he missed by 2 feet. Whatever. Daly's going to tap it in, and put it up again. We have Lock at 116, game over. Now on to 17, the road hole in St. Andrews. Daly gets the win this and force a winner take on 18th hole. Lock. To the left-hand side. Daly. Over everything. He's going to have a tough putt. Lock. That's going to be way left. Now he's going to have a tough angle. Lock. Lock. Beauty. Oh. Okay, the roll wasn't half bad. It could have been worse. Daly's going to lag it. Might as well. You're only 4 feet away. For par. Oh, that's a brutal miss. Daly. Tie. We did it. And now we have a tie going to 18. Of course, if this hole is tied, we do go to extras. Fred Daly. So what's that? Oh, my goodness. I thought you had left it. Lock. There it is. All right. Daly trying to go left to right. Yes. Good. Lock. Same idea. Yep. Wide right. Does hit the bunker. Pitch shot. Daly close. About 3. Yep. About 6 feet. Daly's going to putt 55 feet for the match. He's out by 5. Lock for birdie. Locks it down, and now Fred Daly has the chance. Guess what? 18 was not enough. We go to sudden death. First one to win the hole wins. Daly and Lock. What a job. Both men winning 5 holes each. 5 and then 8 ties. But yeah, what a job by Bobby Lock. The only guy to get up by 2. And he will end up losing. Lock has been to a playoff. Daly has not. Daly, second shot. Over everything. Not bad. The wind changed a bit. It has taken a while. Okay, folks will have flip shots, if you will. Flip on the green. Lock. Can you get close to the pin? Oh, it stopped. 4 yards away. Daly. I don't know. That's not a guarantee. 11 feet for par. Missed. Daly has a 6-footer. He has a very good chance to win the match. He does, and Fred Daly wins the tournament. A great day for Northern Ireland and a good day for a lot of things. Because Fred Daly will win the championship. Fred Daly has won the championship. Bobby Lock, a tight finish, but he'll take second. He had the 2-up lead, but Fred Daly pulled it off. What a job. What a match. Going extra holes. With these two guys, like, breezing through their semifinals, they thought, okay, well, who's got the most to lose? A lot of people. Bobby Lock, well, he won a tournament, but he doesn't. Fred Daly will get his, pop his chariot. Pop the golf cherry, I should say. What a job by Bobby Lock. He actually won 3 holes, and then on 15, he seemed to be so close to getting there, but Daly won 16 and 17, 18 they tied, and then on 19, Daly wins with a par, Lock with a bogey. So Fred Daly wins the tournament. What a job for the Northern Irishman, the Ulsterman, if they call it. So Fred Daly heads to Augusta, but the question on everyone's lips will be, who will join him? There's 5 spots on the line. Now we do the stroke play. Make sure we do this right. Final chance 2025. Oh yes, we have to do the randomizer. Excuse me right here. Okay, so 1 to 26, A to Z. We did an R, we did an S, right? I think we did. Yes, RS. It is a P, 16. P for what? P for PGA Nicholas. Now it has to be at a hole that does not have any of these guys. All right, so PGA West Nicholas. Okay, so here we go. Make sure that I get all the guys who have been a runner-up. First off is not Vic Gessie because he's already qualified as one of the wildcard spots. Ted Kroll. Kroll, K, H, J, Kaiser, Kroll. Where's Kroll here? Yeah, I know, I'm going by alphabet. Got him. Okay, so got Kroll. Fred Hawkins. Got him. That's 2. I see Hafner, but he's already won a tournament. Do you guys see any other guys? Off the top of my head, Dutch Harrison. No, he won a tournament. So Bezalik. No, he won, right? No, Bezalik took second. No, Bezalik. Huh, I thought Bezalik took a second. DiVincenzo took a second. I know that. Bobby Nichols. No, I don't think he was second. Mangrum was second. Lima was second. Brookmo. Tommy Bolt. Charles Finsterwald. That's what I thought. Finsterwald did take a top 2. But no, he didn't. Of course, Bobby Locke. Anyone else? Spire, Dickinson. I'm just trying to do it right off the top of my head. Oh, sure. Hafner took a second. Took a win. Virgo, Sam Beard, driver version. Lord Byron? Yep, that's right. That's 6. Gene Littler, no. The Kaiser took a second. Yep, Kaiser took a second. Abert and Herbert. Don't think that. Gessie would have been in. Fred Daly, nope. Bobby Lockwood. Do you see Bobby Locke? I do see Bobby Locke. Indeed I do. So that's 8. Who am I missing here? Toski. Okay, I'm missing Toski. Toski. There we go. And I think I'm missing Jim Clark. Jimmy Clark. Jimmy Clark. Okay, so I should have 10, right? If it's not Zoller, Byron, Lima, Nemo, wow. Yepper. Okay, so I got my 10. Okay, so I got my 10. Make sure saved and all that. I do want to see the 40s, 50s and see if Daly is a 40s, 50s guy. He is, okay. Great. All right, save. So, final chance. Should say wildcard 2025. Okay, so whoever leads after each round will get in. Okay. I gotta do that for my sheet of paper, right? Yeah. Where's my sheet of paper? This one? No, the one that has the wildcard in it. This one? Yes, that one. I should really do the circles of the guys who made it in. Pearson, Young Tom. Yeah, because it makes it easier. Pearson, Young Tom. Ferguson. Sorry, I have to do something off. Rory, Travis. Travis. So that makes 5. Who's in 6? Sandy Hurt. Okay. Yeah, yeah, do the circles. Okay. So Gessie out. So Gessie out. And in comes Lock. Lock, stock, and barrel. See if Lock can get in. I think the runners up in the past 2 have won, right? No, Dave Hill took second last time. No, Dave Hill took second. Okay. All right. Well, I'll circle that one. Yeah. All right. So that's tee off. Here. Uninterrupted. The Kaiser Eagles on 8 to go to -2. Oh, yeah. I forgot the option. No low round. Oh, crap. And the leader is, well, Lord Byron, -9. He likes this course. Well, he beats Lloyd Mangrum by a stroke. So Lord Byron is in. So the rules are the leader after each of the first 3 rounds, 1, 2, and 3, get in. But if you've led for 2 or 3 of those rounds, then it's the next guy down. So Lord Byron is winning. He beats Mangrum and Lima to get the automatic spot. Bobby Lockett -1. He's 7th. He's just trying to stay in there. Top 6. And this, unlike the other 2 tournaments that have had their wildcard tournaments, nobody has had multiple second places. The only second placers not in, of course, is Gazzy because of that special rule, and Gary Player, who ended up winning the next tournament. So nobody has had multiple second places, meaning that they don't get benefit of the doubt. Okay, round 2. Jimmy Clark gets another birdie. I hate when they say the 4th straight birdie when it's only 2 holes. The Eagles on 8, so yeah, I gotta love that hole. DiVincenzo goes to -11, so he might be okay. Lloyd Mangrum, nice job. And Lord Byron leads at 14 under par, but Lloyd Mangrum is at -11. So that means he moves on. So Mangrum will go to Augusta. He beats DiVincenzo and Lima in that sense by 1 stroke to get the automatic spot. So it's Lord Byron and Mangrum for sure. Hawkins and Toski are struggling. Bobby Locke at 7th place. He needs to do something. And there's only 5 spots on offer, not 6. So let's see if Bobby Locke can go from runner-up in December to wildcard. Lloyd Mangrum looking pretty good. He doesn't really need to do too much. Bobby Locke kind of does. That's right, he does. Roberto gets to -15. He's not the leader. And it's going to be a tie between DiVincenzo and Lima. So DiVincenzo and Lima both at 15 under par, so they're tied. So we do have to find out because Lord Byron and Mangrum won. So that means DiVincenzo and Lima. So that means we have to find out a tie between those 2. We have to have one guy. So we look at the leaderboard, and DiVincenzo had 68, but Lima had 66. Because of his 66, Tony Lima will get the 3rd wildcard spot. He beats DiVincenzo in a tie. They actually were thinking, well, maybe we should just put DiVincenzo in. I think they're going to be questioning. Well, if DiVincenzo does well enough, obviously you put him in. So you know it's Nelson, Mangrum, and Lima. We're going in 2 more wildcard spots. Only 2 because Vic Gazzi swiped the other one because of his previous championship. Here we go. DiVincenzo the -20. I think he's okay. I think he'll be okay. Ted Kroll, 6 under front 9. He's fighting. He's fighting. DiVincenzo, a 7 under front 9. Wow. I think this course you should really do. I think PJ Nicholas might actually. I think PJ Nicholas might actually get a chance. We'll see. Tee up. Yeah, everyone's scoring. Everyone's scoring good. Yeah, I know. It's a battle. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be like scoring record. He didn't. And Roberto DiVincenzo wins with a 28 under par through 4 rounds. Holy shit. He just hit a 59. He just made a 59. Roberto DiVincenzo had a 59. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 12 birdies, but he made an eagle. That's right. He made 1 eagle. He eagled 16. Unreal. Dude put up a 59. And he was tied for 3rd and lost a tiebreak to Tony Lima. Well, Roberto's in. I think so. Nelson, Mangrum, Lima, and Kroll. Ted Kroll with an 864 crushes Kaiser and Locke to get that 5th and final spot. So Ted Kroll will be going to Augusta. Kroll, alongside DiVincenzo, Lord Byron, Lima, Mangrum, and because of the tiebreak, Jesse. So yeah, so Vic Gessie gets in. Well, if it was 6, it would have been a tie between Kaiser and Locke for that 6th spot because yeah, they tied Clark, Toski, and Hawkins. Commiserations, but yeah, Kaiser and Locke. If it were 6 spots It would have went to Kaiser. Kaiser would have beat Locke in a tiebreak because he would have had a first round 67, Locke had a 71. So Kaiser would have got that sixth spot. But because of the special rule with Vic as the previous champion, he didn't win a tournament. He took second in a tournament. He gets in through the wild card spot. He gets one of the wild card spots. Kaiser is fuming. He would have been in. So DiVincenzo, Nelson, Lima, Mangrum, Gezi, and Kroll are going to Augusta. So that's your six. So we got to do the one more tour, and that's the 80s 2000 tour. Wait, is it 80s 2000? Yes, it is. And that's Anthony Kim's thing. Last chance tourney. Anthony Kim has to win. He's number 48. So Anthony Kim faces Chip Beck. Anthony Kim has to, if he wins this tournament, he's in. If he takes second in this tournament, he actually gets in. He steals one of the wildcard spots. If he does not take first or second, Anthony Kim must will take part in the wildcard tournament because of everything. But we don't know about Kim yet. So yeah, everything will happen tomorrow. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond.